Hello, my name is Lakshminaran and this PPT is from BEE, Basic Electrical Engineering, and the topic is about incidence matrix on network topology. These are the diagrams that depicts circuits which has node or bus substations, lines or transformers, but unloaded and unslipped network. With the load which extracts MW out of the node, injects the MW into the node, and the generator injects the NW in the node, and the network loaded and supplied. And in this best branch model, network is loaded and supplied. In this appropriate branch model, the branch resistance and the branch inductive reactance and the branch capacitive suspectance are present. Ignore resistance OK because it is much less than the reactance. Ignore suspectance OK because its effect on MW flow is very small. Only model reactance OK for getting branch flows. Here it is what will model look as a network. Reactance only, and the network is loaded and supplied. And this impedance is a complex number. Zij is equals to Rij plus J into Xij. We ignore the resistance. Zij is equal to J into Xij given in the diagram. This impedance relates the voltage drop and current via Ohm's law, where the current is given in amperes and the voltage drops is given in volts. Admittance Yij is the inverse of impedance Zij, where Ij is equal to Yij into Vi minus Vj, where the labeling the admittance is Yij given in the diagram. Here the current injections I1 is flowing into the bus I from the generator or load. Positive generator, negative flow. I1 and I4 will be negative, I3 will be negative, I2 will be positive if the generation exceeds the loads given in the diagram. Here the voltage Vi is voltage at bus I given in the diagram. As per the Kirchhoff's current law, sum of current at any node must be 0, where I1 is equal to I12, I13, I14. Combine the sum of. According to the diagram, here is a note about it. We assume there are no bus shunts in these systems. Bus shunts are capacitive or inductive connections between the bus and the ground. Although most systems have them, they inject only reactive power where no EMW and therefore affect MW flows in the very network only very little. Now expressing each current using Ohm's law, we get I1 is equal to Y I12 Vi minus V2 plus Y13 V1 minus V3 plus Y14 V1 minus V4 according to the diagram given below. We repeat for the other 4 bases given in the diagram below. With the points to be noted are Yij and is equals to Yji, and if the branch Ij does not exist, then Yij is equals to 0. We write it in the matrix form, define the wine bus and define the elements of the wire bus as per given here. Forming the Y bus, the matrix is symmetric, that is Yij is equal to Yji. A diagonal element Yji is obtained as the sum of admittances for all branches connected to the bus I, where Yjk is non-zero only when there exists a physical connection between buses I and K. The off-diagonal elements are the negative admittance connecting buses I and J, that is Yij is equal to Yji. From the previous work, we can derive the power flow equations. These are the equations expressing the real and reactive power injections at each bus. If you had modeled branch resistance, we would obtain given formulas where Yij is equal to Gij plus J into Bij. This requires too much electrical engineering, so forget about them. Let's make some assumption instead. But what is theta k and theta j? Theta k and theta j are the angles of the voltage phases at each bus. The angle captures the time difference when voltage phases cross the zero voltage axis. In the time domain simulation, the red curve crosses before the blue one by an amount of time delta t, and so has an angle of theta is equals to omega into delta t, where theta omega is equals to 2 pi f, and f is the frequency of oscillation, 60 Hz for power systems. These are the visualizing phases given left to the screen. Where the simplifying assumptions, we get no resistance, Yij is equal to J into Bij, where the angle differences across each branches are small, theta I minus theta j, sin theta I minus theta j is equal to theta I minus theta j, cos theta I minus theta j is equal to 1, and all voltage magnitudes are 1 in the PU system. Given formula in the per unit system is a system where all quantities are normalized to a consistent set of bases. It will result in powers being expressed as a particular number of 100 MVA quantities. Advantage is also per unitized. This is the basis for the DC power flow. Given here is the example for the given formula below, where correcting terms in the same variables and repeating the procedure for buses 2, 3 and 4, and writing in the matrix form using the formula given above on the screen. And comparing it in the matrix form, we get theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 and theta 4 as whole matrix, but matlab indicates above matrix is singular, which means it does not have an inverse. There is a dependency among the 4 equations, that is, we can add the bottom 3 rows by multiplying by -1 to get in the top row. This dependency occurs because all 4 angles are not independent. We have to choose one of them as a reference with a fixed value of 0 degrees. By eliminating one of the equations and one of the variables by setting the variable to 0, we choose to eliminate the first equation and set the first variable theta t is equal to 0 degrees. But we want power flows. Pkj is equal to Bkj to theta k minus theta j. Using this formula, we get P12, P13, P14, where the resulting solution is given in the diagram here. Where the developing equations to compute branch flows, where Pb is the vector of the branch flows, it has a dimension of m into 1. Branches are ordered arbitrarily, but whatever order is chosen must also be used in D and A. Theta is the vector of nodal phase angles for buses 2. D is m into M matrix having non-diagonal elements of zeros. The diagonal element in position row k, column k contains the negative of the suspectance of the kth branch. A is the m into n one node arc incidence matrix. It is also called as the adjacency matrix or connection matrix. Its development requires a few comments. Given how to develop node arc incidence matrix by using the formula are number of rows equal to the number of branches and number of columns equal to the number of nodes. Element kj of A is if the kth branch begins at node j, -1 if the kth branch terminates at node j, and 0 otherwise. A branch is said to begin at node and j if the power is flowing across branch k is defined positive for a direction from node j to the other node. A branch is said to terminate at node J if power flowing across the branch K is defined positive for the direction to node J from other node. Note that the matrix A is of the dimension m into n minus 1, that is, it has n minus 1 columns. This is because we do not form a column with the reference bus in order to conform the vector, which is of dimension n minus 1 into 1. This works because the angle being excluded, theta 1 is 0. By using the formulas, we get the resultants. And thank you for the PPT.